Parang may duwende, oh.
Police body cameras, home security footage, and hidden recordings have captured moments that defy explanation. From creatures restrained in secrecy to unnatural beings spotted in streets, forests, temples, and private homes, these clips reveal encounters so disturbing that even seasoned adults hesitate, freeze, or flee. Some viewers call them hoaxes, others call them evidence, but every video leaves behind the same uneasy feeling. Something unknown keeps appearing in places it does not belong. Pay close attention to what you're about to see, because awareness of your surroundings can sometimes make the difference between noticing danger early and missing it entirely. This clip begins with chaos, as four dogs crowd around a small dragon-like creature trapped in the corner of a living room. The man filming appears to be a middle-aged homeowner who grabbed his phone after hearing frantic barking and crashing sounds. In the footage, he can be heard whispering in disbelief, trying to calm the dogs while keeping his distance. The creature looks frightened, pressing itself against the wall as the dogs circle aggressively. Then the moment shifts. It opens its mouth and releases a sudden burst of fire, forcing the dogs to recoil instantly. The room falls silent as shock replaces fear. Some viewers believe this is advanced editing or staged effects, while others argue the dog's instinctive reaction feels authentic. How could something this unnatural end up inside a private home? This clip raised disturbing questions almost immediately. A man-like figure with a human torso and hands but the head of a dog was filmed panting while restrained on a leash in a quiet residential street. The footage was reportedly captured in October 2021 by a night shift security guard monitoring empty properties. People online hold conflicting views. Some think it is a disturbing costume experiment or underground performance art, while others believe it could be evidence of genetic tampering or folklore manifesting in modern form. The creature's labored breathing and slow head movements make the moment feel unsettlingly real. If this was staged, why restrain it so tightly? And why film it in secrecy rather than for publicity? This clip begins inside a dim sewer tunnel where a lone urban explorer records while navigating narrow, damp corridors. The man, who appears to be a hobbyist filmmaker documenting abandoned infrastructure, was in smell in the eerie silence. Suddenly, a tall humanoid-shaped creature becomes visible in the shadows, its reflective eyes locking onto the camera light. It barely moves at first, only tilting its head as if acknowledging it is being observed. Part of its lower body remains concealed in darkness, making its full form impossible to confirm. When it vanishes moments later, the explorer impulsively follows. Personally, the decision to chase what he did not understand feels reckless. Was curiosity driving him, or something deeper like disbelief in his own senses? This clip was filmed inside a Romanian zoo by an Eastern European backpacker exploring the city out of curiosity rather than for content creation.
Okay, so I'm in this really crappy zoo in Romania. They got this really weird creature caged up. It looks like some sort of deformed human. I'm gonna try to use some footage of it.
pleacă. Nu-l atinge nimic. Să nu-l atinge, nu te apucă. Vezi că e plin de sânge? Da. Cine știe, Doamne? Să ne omoare din ce-o fi făcut. Poftim? Oare din ce-o fi rău? Și-a hărât. Pleacă, du-te și lasă-le. Fii femeie, fii bărbat. De-aia nu mai putem să ne ferim de el.
Hei, oprește telefonul! Oprește telefonul de
Wandering into a restricted area, he encounters a small group of Romanian-speaking staff standing several steps back, visibly uneasy. Behind a reinforced cage, a deformed humanoid-like creature lunges forward violently, slamming into the bars while roaring. The shock is immediate and the footage cuts abruptly. What stands out to me is not just the creature, but the body language of the staff. They look less like caretakers and more like people guarding something dangerous. If this was simply a medical anomaly, why keep it hidden rather than documented for scientific study? This footage reportedly comes from a quiet home in North Carolina, where a homeowner reviewing CCTV after hearing strange nighttime noises noticed something chilling. The camera captures a crawling creature with long, spindly limbs, oversized hands, and pale, hairless skin that appears almost raw under infrared lighting. Its movement is so rapid it nearly escapes perception until slowed down frame by frame. Viewers online have expressed mixed reactions. Some believe it could be an animal distorted by camera angles or compression artifacts, while others argue its coordinated, purposeful motion suggests intelligence. Critics point out how confidently it moves, as though it already knows the layout of the property. If it truly planned its path, how long had it been observing the house before appearing on camera? In pitch darkness, a seasoned night hiker moves through a forest in Poland, filming with a flickering flashlight as part of a late wildlife scouting routine. The man, known among friends for documenting remote trails, initially dismisses low groaning sounds as animals or wind. That confidence collapses when his camera captures a pale, skinless-looking creature crawling beside a twisted tree trunk. Panic overtakes him as he turns and runs, the footage shaking violently with every step. What unsettles me most is how quickly his composure disappears. This was not a thrill seeker, but someone experienced in isolation. If a veteran hiker reacts with that level of fear, what did he sense that viewers cannot fully feel through a screen? This clip begins with a mother casually filming herself while speaking to her toddler in a foreign language, creating a warm, ordinary domestic moment.
No se puede. Búscala. Que te ayude.
Within seconds, the tone shifts when a tiny humanoid-shaped figure darts across the frame, moving too fast and too small to resemble a child. The mother gasps, swings the camera toward the movement, but whatever passed through is already gone. Some viewers believe this could be motion blur, camera glitching, or a pet briefly entering the shot. Others argue the posture, speed, and proportions feel unnaturally precise. The unsettling part is how the creature seems to navigate the room with confidence, as if familiar with the space. Could something unnoticed be sharing everyday environments without drawing attention? This clip opens in daylight with a creature that appears to be a hybrid between a crab and a spider, jet black and far larger than either species should reasonably be. Its legs spread outward like a crab's defensive stance, yet it moves with the twitchy, calculating rhythm of a spider preparing to strike. The person filming sounds calm at first, as though casually documenting wildlife, until the creature abruptly changes direction and accelerates with surprising speed. Some viewers suggest this could be an undiscovered arthropod or a rare mutation amplified by camera perspective. Others argue its movement pattern looks engineered rather than natural. If science has not classified it, are we witnessing a biological anomaly or something intentionally created? In the Northeast United States during the summer of 2003, late at night, a home security camera recorded a pale, hairless humanoid moving through a silent neighborhood. The footage was reportedly discovered by a local resident reviewing CCTV after noticing repeated disturbances near parked cars. The creature's gait appears uneven, its limbs bending and stretching in a way that feels both human and fundamentally wrong. What unsettles me is not just its appearance, but the way it approaches the vehicle as if examining it with intent. This does not feel like random wandering, it feels purposeful. If this being understood its surroundings, how long had it been observing human activity before revealing itself? This clip unfolds at Qutub Minor in New Delhi on August 23, 2021, around 1 p.m., when a travel vlogger filming tourists suddenly hears distant screams echo across the historical complex.
Wait a minute. अबे पीछे देख वो क्या है?
What the hell? That was someone flying, right?
गया साहब नहीं दिख रहा.
वो देख वो ना. He's coming back now. Video ले जल्दी.
As he turns his camera toward the sound, a flying figure with a human-like silhouette glides above the monument, circling unnaturally before slowing mid-air. The crowd below reacts with visible confusion and fear. Many online viewers believe the clip could depict a drone or digital manipulation, while others argue the shape, motion, and shadowing look inconsistent with known technology. Critics note how the figure appears to linger as if aware of being watched. If it was artificial, why risk exposure in such a crowded public landmark? This clip opens with a strange alien-looking creature standing in full view, staring directly into the camera with an unsettling sense of awareness. The person filming remains silent, seemingly frozen, as if unsure whether to step closer or retreat.
Ele tá ali, olha o bicho, cara. Tá respirando, tá olhando pra cá. Ei, filma isso. Calma, eu só...
Suddenly, a man steps into frame and blocks the lens, acting urgently as though he wants to prevent the creature from being documented. What stands out to me is the contrast between the creature's calm composure and the man's frantic body language. It raises unsettling possibilities. Was he protecting the public from panic, shielding the being from harm, or hiding proof of something that should never become public? What would motivate someone to silence evidence rather than explain it? Footage unfolds on a busy roadway where a crowd gathers, appearing calm and almost entertained as if expecting a spectacle. Without warning, a werewolf-like creature bursts across the road at alarming speed, muscles tense, posture hunched and movements fueled by raw urgency. Instead of scattering in panic, many onlookers simply stare in stunned silence, some even continuing to film. People online have speculated that the scene could be part of a staged stunt, a viral marketing attempt, or an experimental performance. Others argue the creature's frantic behavior suggests genuine fear, as though it was being pursued by something unseen. If it was running from danger, what could have terrified it more than humans? This clip captures a tense late-night police patrol when officers encounter a creature that appears unmistakably non-human.
Hold him steady. Don't let go.
Get his legs secure.
Watch out, he's pulling away.
Body camera footage shows what looks like a werewolf-like being snarling and pulling violently against restraint, its movements aggressive and driven by instinct. The officers' voices sound controlled but shaken, indicating uncertainty rather than confidence. Personally, what unsettles me is how the officers avoid approaching it too closely, as though they fear provoking it further. Their reactions feel less like routine law enforcement and more like people facing something outside their training. If trained professionals were that cautious, what did they see beyond the camera's limited frame that made the situation feel so dangerous? This footage unfolds in broad daylight as neighbors return home and notice something unusual resting near their front door.
Hey, look at this thing! I'm 5 foot across, I swear! It's stuck right up in this wall!
That a moth? That can't be no moth. You see the wing?
Don't let it loose!
Hear that, huh?
One of them begins recording, capturing a massive moth clinging to the wall, its wings spread wide and textured with intricate patterns. The insect appears far larger than typical species, remaining almost motionless as if posing rather than reacting defensively. Some viewers online believe this could be a rare species magnified by camera angles or environmental conditions. Others argue its size seems biologically implausible without genetic alteration. What fascinates many people is the moth's stillness, as though it is intentionally allowing itself to be observed. Could environmental changes be producing unfamiliar species faster than science can document them? In the afternoon, a man walks through a cemetery, recording quietly while visiting old graves out of curiosity and respect. As he pans across headstones, the footage captures a crouched figure blending almost seamlessly with the stone and surrounding environment, resembling natural camouflage. At first, he fails to notice it, but upon replaying the clip, the figure becomes disturbingly clear. What stands out to me is how still the creature remains, as though it understands that movement would reveal it. The cemetery setting adds another layer of unease, making the moment feel less accidental and more symbolic. If it could hide in plain sight, how often do we overlook what is right in front of us? This clip unfolds in the middle of the night as a passerby records a quiet, nearly empty street after hearing faint rustling sounds.
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan. Pakai. Ela dunia kawan santai. Pakai. Kawan. Well.
Zooming toward a tall tree beneath a dim streetlight, the camera reveals a dark humanoid figure clinging to the branches, its eyes glowing red and fixed on the lens. It does not flee, attack, or even shift position. It simply watches. Viewers online have offered conflicting explanations, ranging from prank costumes to optical illusions caused by lighting and motion blur. Others argue the stillness and eye movement feel disturbingly deliberate. People continue to debate whether the figure was reacting to the camera or already aware of the person filming long before they noticed it. On August 7, 2020, in broad daylight along a remote forest road in Washington state, a driver slows after noticing unusual movement near the trees.
Oh my God, it's really doing it. Nobody's gonna believe this. People will just say it's AI or something. Look at those claws. It's standing up like a person. I can't believe this. Keep it steady, steady. No one will believe me. They're all gonna think it's fake.
As the camera zooms in, a wolf-like creature appears standing upright, gripping a tree in a disturbingly human posture. The driver hesitates, clearly unsure whether to continue forward or reverse. What unsettles me most is how natural the creature looks in its environment, as though it belongs there rather than appearing out of place. Its awareness of the driver suggests more than animal instinct. It feels observant, almost cautious. If it was not a misidentified animal, what does that imply about undiscovered species adapting near human territory? This footage was reportedly recorded on May 15, 2021, around 12:30 a.m. in a rural community in the Philippines. A group of friends gathered late at night begins hearing unsettling sounds echoing from nearby trees.
Ayun o, parang wig na nakasabit o. Ano
ba?
Ayun pare, may orbs.
Let's go!
Ano ka ba? Tingnan mo dun. Huwag kang maingay. Ano mo, maririnig tayo eh. Pare yun o, parang may orbs. Huwag na natin kasama. Ayun o, dun o, parang may duwende o.
One of them starts filming as tension builds, torchlight scanning the darkness until it reveals a tall, eerie figure standing unnaturally still. Panic spreads and the group flees without looking back. After the clip surfaced online, many viewers claimed it resembled a manananggal, a creature from local folklore. Some believe the footage supports traditional stories passed down through generations, while skeptics argue fear and imagination shape the interpretation. Could folklore exist because of misunderstood encounters repeated across time? This final clip takes place on October 22, 2022, just after 11:40 p.m. on a quiet residential street in Portland. The person filming, a rideshare driver taking a late-night walk to unwind, hears a strange rustling sound and instinctively raises his phone. As he approaches, a tall, hunched creature emerges from the shadows, moving with an unnatural gait and unsettling confidence. Fear overtakes him instantly and he turns and runs. What strikes me is the man's instinctive reaction. He does not hesitate, negotiate, or investigate, he escapes. That suggests a primal sense of danger. If ordinary people sense threats before fully understanding them, what else might be watching from the edges of our everyday environments? These clips may look unbelievable, but every mystery starts as something people once doubted. Whether these sightings are hoaxes, misunderstandings, or glimpses of something unexplained, one thing is certain: the world still holds secrets we do not fully understand. Stay observant, stay curious, and never dismiss what feels unsettling, because sometimes the strangest stories exist for a reason.